My Navy boot camp, if you know, you know. Ears open. I still remember the flight to boot camp. Sitting on that plane, I was wired. Heart racing, leg bouncing, staring out the window like I was already someone new. I felt proud. I felt ready. I kept telling myself, this is it. This is where my life actually starts. Then we landed. The moment we stepped onto that bus, the mood changed. Nobody was excited anymore. Nobody was talking. Just rows of recruits sitting straight, staring forward, pretending not to think about what was coming. That was the first time I felt it. That tight feeling in my chest. Not fear exactly, more like unknown. Like you just stepped onto something that was already moving and there's no way off. The bus finally stopped. No music, no announcement, just the sound of the door opening. Cold air rushed in. We stepped off the bus and immediately started running. No one told us where to go. We just followed the shouting. Move, move, move. RDCs were everywhere, pointing, yelling, faces right in front of us. We ran into the building, straight down a long hallway. The door slammed shut behind us. That's when it really started. Put your bags down. Behind your feet. Line it up. We dropped our backpacks and stood there, feet together, hands at our sides, head down. Don't look at me. I kept my eyes on the floor. I could feel them watching us. The wind from outside was still coming through the doors, cold, sharp. Standing there, I thought, why did I come to this place? What was I thinking? But it was already too late. Everything went fast. We were moved again and again. No time to think. We started getting processed. Phones were taken. Personal items sealed away. No goodbye. No last messages. Change uniforms. Move. Line up. We were issued gear one piece at a time. The black backpack, the belt, the sea bag, the recruit hat, the hydration tool. Grab it. Move. Next. Everything happened so fast it felt unreal. Drink. Refill. Drink. Drink water. Refill. Drink again. We filled our hydration tools. Drank. Refilled. Drank again. Over and over. Then came urinalysis. Line up! Stand by. Move to the left. No talking. We lined up, waited, moved, lined up again. Time didn't make sense anymore. Was it still night? Was it morning? I didn't know. There were no windows we could see through, just white walls, bright lights. The building could have been anywhere. Time didn't exist inside it. No one slept. Not really. We were moving non-stop until the sky must have changed outside. I never saw it. At some point, someone said it. Not loudly, not kindly. Welcome to Navy boot camp. That's when I realized this wasn't the beginning. This was the point of no return. That first night hit hard. The cold wasn't just cold, it was aggressive. The kind that creeps into your bones and doesn't leave. I lay there in that rack, staring at the ceiling, not knowing what I was allowed to do, how I was supposed to act, or what tomorrow would bring. I'd never felt so out of place in my life. Medical day came early. We were herded through lines like cattle, white walls, bright lights, the smell of antiseptic. You could hear needles hitting trays before you ever saw them. I remember sitting there, trying to stay calm, telling myself it was no big deal. Then it was my turn. No countdown, no warning, just pressure, then pain. One shot, then another. Arm, then the other arm, then the one everyone dreaded. You clench your jaw. You don't flinch. You don't make a sound. 'Cause the moment you show weakness, you know it's over. That was my first real lesson at boot camp. Pain doesn't care if you're ready. Mama, can't you see what the Navy's done to me? If I die in the old drop zone, box me up and ship me home. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey sailor, where have you been? The haircut came next. I thought I was prepared for it. Everyone says you are. But watching your hair fall to the floor is different than imagining it. It wasn't just hair. It was identity. It was the last thing that still felt like me. The jump tower was worse. I couldn't swim. Standing up there, looking down at that water, my stomach dropped. Your body screams, don't do this. Your brain goes quiet. You jump because you're told to, and because hesitation isn't an option. Then winter really showed up. Snow everywhere, gray sky, cold wind cutting through every layer. We marched through it, calling cadence, boots crunching in rhythm, and for the first time, something changed. I left my home for the Navy. I'm steamroller, baby. They say in the Navy the coffee's mighty fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. I felt proud, not fake pride, not movie pride, real pride, because we were miserable, but we were together. Every breath burned, every step hurt, but our voices stayed in sync. That moment made the cold worth it. PT didn't care about feelings. People puked, people fell. I just ran, didn't look left, didn't look right. I was terrified of falling behind, terrified of getting ASMOD, terrified of being sent to the rear and losing my division. I passed the PFA. I survived the shots. I even got my wisdom teeth yanked and didn't quit. I thought, all right, maybe I'm tougher than I thought. Then I got a letter from home. I sat on my rack, cold and exhausted, holding it like it was something good. It wasn't. My girlfriend was breaking up with me. I didn't cry loud. I just sat there staring at the paper, tears dropping onto the floor. No sleep, snow marching in the morning, another long day waiting. And that's when I thought, that's it. My heart's been through enough. Nothing can touch me now. I was wrong. 'Cause then came Marlene's spike. Then came swimming again and again. Then came the chain of command I couldn't get right, no matter how hard I tried. Then came the pistol exam, and the thing that happened that day. Then came the night a recruit went missing. Then came the moment our RDC chief was suddenly gone. And that's when I realized boot camp wasn't done with us yet. Would I make it through? Would my division survive? Would I finally pass swim? You'll have to see what happens next.